Okay, things are happening fast. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things Tesla, particularly Tesla Model Ys. The North American site literally just went live and is taking orders for the 2025 updated Model Y. And every question has still not been answered. But what I can tell you is the price is stated on the website. Now, it's not going to be the one that we're going to get first that you will be ordering now that will be available in March. It's called the Launch Edition. Now, in a previous video, I showed you that the Launch Edition has unique badging to it, similar to the way the Plaid has the Plaid badge. This has a kind of launch Starfield looking thing in it that looks like a jumped up Plaid badge, but it has not only badging, but it'll also have Launch Edition puddle lights. It'll have stampings like the Cybertruck, not metal, I believe, like the Cyber Beast and things, but it will be stamped into it, into the plastic, into the molding that calls out Launch Edition. And there'll be several call outs on the interior of the car, right where the phone charger is, and maybe one or two other places where the launch call out will be. Now, this is what we know about this car. It differs from the one that I showed you guys that debuted in China literally a week ago. So we are on ridiculous pace. We're usually a month behind, and now it looks like we're merely weeks behind. So that China Model Y comes in two different colorways and has a beautiful color called glacial or glacier blue. Striking color, but not available here. But what China doesn't have is the tow hitch. And here, if you look at the order page, and yes, this is the live order page that is available right now, you'll see that a tow hitch is available here in the United States, and with the Launch Edition for $59,900 before you take off any of the point of sale federal tax credit, which is $7,500, you get that for free. You also get, like you did on the Foundation editions when they first came out for the Cybertruck, you get free full self-driving with the car. Now, that is $100 a month subscription all day long. So definitely, and it will have the new AI4, and it may even be specific to that Launch Edition Model Y, and then the subsequent Model Ys that come out. Because the Model Y, both in China and in the US, will have a front firing camera. So the original, my 2023, has 7 cameras all throughout. This one has 8. And that 8th camera is in the front, just like the Cybertruck. And because the Cybertruck has that front firing camera, its hardware is slightly different than every other iteration of hardware 4. So on an S, an X, a Y, and a 3, those are different hardware configurations than the hardware 4 on the AI4 that's found on the Cybertruck. And I believe it will share some of the components with this new Launch Edition Model Y. All right. Now, what else do we know about this new car? Aside from the FSD that you get, which is great, aside from FSD, which comes with the car, you get every option available on a Model Y available to you at no extra charge. So if you want to pick any of the four colors that are available, you can do so. And that red, which is the red and the new silver color, which are the most expensive options, included in the price. Also included in the price, the white interior. So if you choose the white interior, boom, no extra charge. Now, that $59,900 comes down to $51,900 because that Model Y available right now is eligible for the $7,500 point of sale tax credit. Now, other cars, my Cybertruck is in jeopardy of losing that because it wasn't point of sale, so I'd have to file for that, and that may very well go the way of the dodo bird because of the new administration's determination to get rid of that tax credit. Now, the Model Y and the Model 3 are all point of sale. So as soon as you put in your order, you're going to see that $7,500 come off. And if you're here in the New York area, you're going to get an additional $500 off. So that $59,900 price is going to be $8,000 reduced. Now, with that $8,000 off, you're looking at $51,000 for a long range, which is a unique edition, comes with full FSD, comes with all of your accessories. So I'm thinking that is in line with what long ranges were coming in before the tax credit. So long ranges were about 47,000 plus. You've got a 13 some odd destination charge. If you chose any color other than the midnight gray that it came in, it would be at least $1,500. So that's, you're already at 49,000. Tow hitch, that's 50,000. FSD, end of story. FSD is $8,000 across the range. So to get it for life with the car. So that's a win all day. And I will show you in subsequent videos. Hopefully I'll do the link here, but I want to get this one out as fast as possible because this has just come live. But in a subsequent video, I'm going to show you how well AI4 works and how Hardware 3 works in FSD. And Tesla has done a remarkable job in making it better. AI4 was in my Cybertruck, flawless. It doesn't reverse, but flawless. And with my Hardware 3, at first it was doing very assertive lane changes. It had phantom braking at green lights. That was addressed in my latest update. So I have the latest update for Hardware 3. Not the very, very latest. That one is only out to just a few cars. But I'm going to show you how well that is. And once you start using it, particularly on this new Model Y, I'm expecting exceptional results. Now, I will put a link down below for the video that I just published where I saw that there's a special feature on the Model Y in China that I'm absolutely hoping comes over to the United States, and that is the hatch has a two-part opening. So it opens like a Model 3, so it's like a trunk, and then it opens like a hatch. And I've seen promotional materials where it opens like a hatch, and definitely I've shown you in a walk around, and that's going to be the link below, where literally in the walk around in China, the guy is filming what's going on, and he's definitely opening up that trunk type section. And if that's the case, that's going to make the Model Y even more versatile. Now, what I also know about this new model is it does not come with a power frunk, which is what most Tesla owners had asked for, Model Y and Model 3 owners, and which I thought was an essential thing to do. Fix those windshield wipers, and definitely power the frunk. They have not done that, but what they have done is given you hands-free access to opening the trunk. And it's available here on my Cybertruck, where you, when it senses your phone when you pass by the frunk, which is powered here on the Cybertruck, which is an exceptional thing, it will open for you once you're in proximity. You'll hear the indicator beep, and then you'll hear the activation beep. Exceptional, exceptional. Better than the weird kick thing that people have been doing to open up their trunks, or the trying to get Siri to do it, or Alexa to do it. No. So this or your Watchla, which I had, but I got rid of. So all that to say, that is the difference. So along with that, it's got a power actuator for the rear seats as opposed to a power release that's on my Model Y Performance, which literally you press the button and it drops the back seats in the split, in the 60-40 split that they're in. Here, the 60-40 split is lowered individually or in tandem, and it's done by power and then raised back by power. In the Model 3 Performance 2023 mine, you have to manually pull that back. The other upgrade that Tesla has done, they've taken a fantastic stereo system. Literally the best stereo system I had heard until I got into this car. My Model Y Performance blew away Burmeisters in Mercedes AMGs, blew away Harman Kardons in BMWs. It was literally the most killer stereo that I've ever heard. They've increased that in the new Model Y. So now it has 15 speakers in total. So will it match the Cybertruck? Doubtful, because the Cybertruck has 2 subwoofers, not just one, which is what the Model Y will have. But those are the upgrades that are in there. Everything they did to the Model 3 mechanically, they've done to this new Model Y, except they've stepped it up. So the suspension that has been revised and put into the Model 3 Highland, it's definitely here in this one, but I'm expecting even better ride performance. I don't think it's going to be identical, because Tesla has given me this, it's not a heads up, but the tell that Tesla is giving is that they want to give each and every model in their lineup its distinct personality, and the entry-level model car is the Model 3, the Model Y is their step above. And I think that's why they started with this launch edition, which they did not do with the Model 3 Highland. This launch edition is going to have Alcantara or vegan suede, whichever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. It'll have that material all throughout. I've showed pictures. I'm going to put a clip in here so you can see kind of what that looks like. It's on the dash. And that's what they've done with the Cyber Beast and the Foundation series. They all have that. The Foundation series, I'm sorry. The Foundation series all have Alcantara on the dash, and it just gives it just a wonderful upscale feel, and I think that's where they're going with the Model Y. They're not just making it the best-selling car in the world that's a great value. They're going for even more luxury than they did before, and then that means that that's going to be a step above the Model 3. And everything else that I see, they've got the same acoustic glass going on that they have in the Model 3, so that's gonna give you a much quieter, smoother, crisper ride. You're going to definitely feel insulated, and since the car doesn't make noise except for the intentional whir of the motor for the outside pedestrians, that's gonna be a great thing. Let's see what else, if I've missed anything for you, because I'm going to go step by step. All right, okay. So now let's see everything that they have to see. Okay, now, So they're including the EV tax credit on this car. So they're telling you it's $46,900 at the time of purchase. Remember, you're going to get that at the point of sale now. You don't have to file for that. The range seems to be a little bit less for the launch. I saw the launch edition in a walk around, included that in a video. It's down below. That had Michelin's on it. Those are large tires, so I'm thinking maybe the 303, 320 mile range has to do with the rubber and not so much the battery architecture. But I was expecting it to increase even more than that. Okay, the seating, just like in the Model 3, the seating is now ventilated. So your seats are heated and cooled, perforated vegan leather, funky. The second row of seats is now power two-way folding and heated. And the other thing that they've done with this is you now have control. Before it was just a blower. In my Model Y Performance, the heat, I control it, but it blows in the back. Now, the back occupants with that new 8-inch screen back there can control their AC and heat the way the driver can for the passenger, he and the passenger in the front. So that, lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, and let's see. It's got second generation suspension according to the website. Second generation noise reduction hardware. Now I know that they've been incrementally improving the Model Y. Every Model Y that I've seen since mine, they do slight things to it to make the interior ride quietness better. And now they have something called second generation noise reduction, so that's going to be good. I already told you that it has 8 exterior cameras, the 8th one being the front firing camera. The long range is going to have 15 speakers. I already told you that. The trunk, I told you about the hands-free power. And the interior, you've seen it already, but it's the wraparound ambient lighting. And according to this, it says aluminum detailing and premium textiles. So that's the interior. So that's the vegan leather that I was telling you about on the launch editions. And some of the stampings may indeed be aluminum, like in the Cyber Beast. And then I told you about the power actuated second row seats. So with the air vents, great, great, great. So there you have it. That's everything you need to know. Now, in China, when this order page hit, literally in the beginning of the week, when this order page hit, China got 50,000 pre-orders on this vehicle. 50,000. But in China, they have the launch edition and they have others as well. So it's not just launch like we're getting here. I find that to be interesting, but definitely something of note. And the way they are heavily discounting the 2024s that are still in the pipeline and the 2025 Model Ys that they have, because they do have Model Ys that were produced in the last 2-3 weeks. They must go. And I will do a different video on that because I want to keep your time up. I want you to look at this, see if it's something that appeals to you, because I find it very appealing. But my Tesla compliment is full.